All right, so let's see, just check your runes. Okay, your runes look all good. Now, this is actually one thing I'll quickly say. This could be a problem with your champion pool, is when you run into situations like this, where you have triple AP topside. So if you
Yeah,
don't have an AD champion in your champion pool, this could be a
I
problem.
mean, I played a lot of Yasuo, so
Okay,
I'm good on Yasuo, like mechanics wise.
yeah.
But I would just have to. But I don't think that Yasuo is. I don't know. Is he good?
I think he's
I
pretty
mean,
good, but I don't think he's like that blind pickable. There's like a lot of
yeah,
the
yeah,
current
yeah.
champs that kind of destroy him, but I think if you get, yeah, I think if you can get away with it, it's quite good. But yeah, anyway, it's not a huge thing. Like I think it's a thing you could improve on, right? But it's gonna be way more important if you just play the game well. So I
Okay,
wouldn't worry
yeah.
about it that much. Okay, so
So
Victor
here
is,
I got I did this because I wanted the mana flow band.
yeah, yeah, that's good. Weapon pot's good. Okay, can make to lane. Okay. Okay, so probably the first thing is that in these like range versus range matchups where like both players have like a lot of poke and hitting level 2 is quite important, you need to be like auto
Yes.
attacking literally on cooldown. So you need to just be like spam auto attacking these creeps. So there's
Okay.
like you've probably missed like already like 2 autos or so, maybe
Yeah.
3 just because you're like doing this. And also, I think in this matchup you can literally just you can't get the auto with the Q, but you can literally just like walk up, Q him, and then walk back.
Uh,
So I think
yeah, that was what I was thinking because like I thought like yeah, I can't really poke him too much with the Q because he will just win because I will stand in his soldier.
yeah.
But like yeah, just hit the Q.
Yeah, if you don't go for the auto, you just like walk up Q and it's really good. You should like look to do that on cooldown. You should win level
Hmm.
1. So yeah, it's like your level 1 is already going kind of bad, I would say, because I think that you're stronger level 1, so you can probably get the push here. But he's looks like he's gonna get it because you haven't threatened him off at all.
Yeah, because I was thinking yeah, he will push me in anyways because he has stronger push in the early before I get my like my E and upgrade.
I
So
think
that's
if
why I was
you I think
just
if you match auto attacks and threaten him with your Q, because like even here, like you're getting the advantage and you didn't even play that aggressively, you know? Like, I think if you'd just been auto attacking the whole time and being like aggressive with your Q, it's most likely you would have hit level 2 first.
okay.
You've also taken like a lot of free damage that you didn't need to. So you should, whenever he uses his W, then you walk away and you just like walk around it, you know? But
Yeah.
you don't want to be like looking to Q him when you're in his auto or his soldier range. So like
Okay.
I think you did it again
Well,
here. Is it- it's like oh wait, not this one. Is it this one? No, not this one.
yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
another
I
free auto.
got not.
And then it
Yeah.
was you did one more where you just like he's already placed a W, so like you're okay with that. You can just either come back here and keep autoing, or you can walk around and queue him, but instead it's like you make moves kind of towards him. I don't think he should ever really be able to damage you at level 1. It should be after level
Mhm.
2, so you've lost like 200 HP for free, so like yeah, I don't know. He hasn't really punished you that hard, right? But for a challenger
Yeah.
level, this is like disastrous level 1. So that's like how bad your
Yeah.
level 1 was, pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's the thing. How do I? Yeah, like I know the theory,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that I, but um, Azir is like the match that I think yeah I will get shit on, but because I like when he plays the soldier, it's like I'm already in and I just get an auto attack. Like how do I prevent this?
Yeah, I think
Because I have to wait till he plays the soldier and then play aggressive,
well, I
or
think like if you're the one walking in first and like you Q and he W autos, like the trade will go good for you because you'll have the shield, right? So
if I walk in
you can
first.
just run at him, right? But if the soldier is
Mhm.
already on the ground, then like he's
Yeah.
gonna auto you before you get the Q shield. And I think like every time you did this, like the soldier was already on the ground, I'm pretty sure. Like I don't think you ever had this situation. Oh, maybe this one is maybe. I need to watch on slower speed. I keep going too fast.
So my base was bad because like when I queued him for the mana flow, I based, and that's why I lost the
Yeah,
prior.
yeah, that's bad as well. Because like
So I
even
shouldn't base
going,
there.
yeah, I probably wouldn't base because even going further back, like one thing you can do in these matchups, especially if you're a stronger level 1 like Victor is,
Get,
you don't have
get
to
in his
wait.
face.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for this. You can start auto attacking the creep like right
Uh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's you get a big advantage there just from your level 1 or like
And
you
I
should.
still had like corrupting potion for the mana because I was thinking I don't have endurance, so I
Yeah.
want my mana to harass more.
To be honest, this would have been fine if you'd actually fully committed. Like if you just walked into him here, I actually think this would have been fine. Because you could have
True.
got the shield and just like traded it evenly. So that one
Oh
I actually
yeah,
think, yeah, if you had just walked forward, you probably would have got the shield, but it was like the other two. Like this one, you're going for the Q. And to be honest, you could probably just Q. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the other time. I'm
I
getting
was thinking
confused.
like he wants these creeps
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are so low for one head attack. So either he will attack me and we trade and he loses minions, or
Yeah. Yeah,
that,
so like
that
right
was my
here, his W is already on the ground, so like it's going to be pretty hard for you to kind of trade into that when it's already placed. You just kind
yeah.
of like, I guess it is sort of hard. I guess the thing you should think about is just any matchup you play, you should think about like how the enemy trades at every level. So like at level 2, he's going to WQ you, right? But at level 1, the only
Yes.
way is like with W autos. So you just need to be thinking like really consciously, I guess, about like how the enemy mid is going to trade and then just be like playing to avoid that because there'll be some champs, say like Syndra, for example, she's gonna
Yeah.
look to like queue you when you're like stacked on creeps and stuff. So then you're like really want to be
Yes.
away with creeps, or like Xerath or something like that. But then there'll be champions like, say like Aurelia, where they're only gonna go on you once the creeps get low, right? So every champ has its unique way of trading, and
Yeah.
this is Azir's one basically. So put a point at E. Could probably use it a couple times, but I wouldn't spam it too much. Dodge.
And here in the Azir matchup, I know like I have to wait until his Q is down. He has a long cooldown in the early game.
Yeah.
And when he Qs, then I can go trade. Because
Yeah.
he can't replace the soldiers, and so he loses.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for all the time.
I think I probably wouldn't use your E too much at level 2. I think you should just like wait for level 3. Like it's okay to use it a little bit, but I wouldn't spam it too much. Like I think it would be better if you were like 75% mana instead of like 50%. Just because it's like at level 2, the mana efficiency for this isn't that great.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Not
And
that
it's
much.
like, I mean, if you can get a kill at level 2, then it's really good, right? But if you can't, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, like now you got 2 points. Okay, here I think it's pretty bad E. You should try, because it's such a long cooldown, you should just try like, well, to be honest, Victor E is normally like pretty easy to hit, but if you aren't sure if you're gonna hit it, just like wait for him to come up to the creeps, because like, you know, he has to come up to these. But I kind of understand it because I feel like, you know, Victor E is pretty much up to you to hit, you know, like it's not that easy for the enemy to dodge, but if you find it happens to you more often, then you can just like time it with the creeps. But I think you're in a decent spot still. Yeah, so he used that. You play really aggressively. That was super nice, super good punish. But also, it's like just if you just look at this position you're in now, naturally, like if you're pushed under tower versus here, the game is going to be quite hard for you to play, right? And I guess like Azir is a strong laner, like he does normally push his matchups under, but like Victor, you know, with a strong level 1, like this could be the other way around when you're pushing him under tower instead. So you should realize like how big an impact your level 1 had on this lane because you're, you know, kind of pinned under your tower, which is not like bad really for Victor, but it does make it a lot easier for Azir because you have such little space to play in. Yeah, and you've got like CS under tower and stuff like that. Nice E.
Yeah. So here, I don't know what I was doing there.
I actually think it's kind of fine.
Because I know I have the pots.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, oh, and this is pretty rough.
Yeah, this bad. I was like,
okay,
oh no.
let's see why this happened. Let's actually go back, way back. Okay, so level 1, because I wasn't even paying attention to the jungler. So level 1, Olaf starts top side. You have a ward. But generally you ward at 230, like on the opposite side. It's a bit harder for
The
you here.
Raptors?
No. So like if the enemy starts topside, normally you
Yeah.
ward at like 2 minutes 30 on the opposite side, like here. It's a bit
Ah,
harder for
right,
you
yeah.
because like you're kind of getting pushed in, so you wouldn't really need a ward. But again, it's like if you're
Okay.
the one pushing and you get
Mhm.
this ward,
Then I do
potentially
this.
it changes the fight later on. Because like we just play, I'll just 8 times it back to where we were. Okay, so you ward this while you're chasing, which is fine. But yeah, it's like, imagine if you'd had a ward here, like this whole situation would have
Yeah,
been
would be
avoided. And then
avoided.
by this point, like it's
We
actually
run.
almost too late, you know?
Yeah.
I guess you... Well, maybe if you just flash.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
holding on
nice
to it.
flash, nice flash. Okay, I mean, it's not...
Like
definitely
I
not
was
the end of the
pressing
world.
tab to see if he has flash. If he had flash, I would flash instant.
Yeah.
Because I knew he had ghost. I was like, okay, I want to flash the Q if it comes. And here I was.
God, that was so close.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how here I was seeing him base.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't let him base because the wave is good for
Yeah,
me,
it's really
right?
good. Yeah, really good wave for you. I think in general you're in a pretty good spot now because you have like the... Oh, nice. You get a kill maybe? Yeah, nice. Really well played. You're in such a good spot. Even if he had base there, because like you have corrupting pot sustain like on your base, like you'll get 3 pots, and he already used both his potions, so the first base would have been really good for you. Now here, you shouldn't push this wave at all. So what you should do right now...
So here I killing.
Yeah, you kill him, and then you should,
Base.
like, you kill this cannon, and then base, yeah. Because I think you're so low mana that, say you, like, even if you manage to push this wave, right? He TP's back,
Yeah.
and then the lane just gets frozen here, and you have no flash. So, if he plays it well, if you push this, basically, you're dead. I don't know, yeah, I guess, like, you don't realize at the moment. If you want to just make sure this doesn't crash, you could W it, but I don't even think you need to. I think you just instantly base. Yeah, okay, you should definitely base now. Okay, good. I think you could have based a bit sooner, and that would have made this wave probably not go like that, but... Okay, now, I don't really think Blasting Wand is the best buy. I think you should probably... I think you... let's see. I think Amp Tome Dark Seal is probably better than Blasting
Which
Wand.
one is the Amp Tone again?
The
book?
Yeah, the book. So I think... well, this is, like,
I
definitely
didn't
the most...
I didn't have the money for the like the big book.
No,
This
yeah,
Amp Tone.
this one. I think you buy this in Dark Seal just because it's like you should probably have like a lot of fighting in the early game. This is really good for just like pure poke.
Wave, yeah,
Yeah.
wave. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean it's good for poking him as well because he doesn't have that much sustain. But I think the Dark Seal, it's just like always really OP to buy. And also another thing is that like if you do buy this, you're not gonna get the big book for a long time. You know, like if you buy this and Dark Seal, then you're probably going to get the big book, Lost Chapter, on your next base. But if you buy this, it's not guaranteed. And once you do get it, you know, you don't have mana problems anymore. You can just like E on cooldown, or you can either wave. You can do whatever you want. But you might have problems with this if you don't get blue buff later. But we'll kind of see. Because maybe you'll get
I was
blue.
just thinking because he has just a book, and
Yeah.
I had like the money exactly for the yellow one.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, yeah, I have a much stronger buy because I think I did this a couple of times. Usually I don't go this because I do the book and Dark Seal.
Yeah.
But then I think I'm as strong as my laner, so I don't get anything from my advantage, and then I lose because I'm like even weaker. So that's why I think, okay, let's go the full AP to harass.
Well,
And maybe look for a kill on level 6.
I think Dark Seal's like 15 AP and the book's 20, right? So you only get 5 more AP for buying this over Dark Seal book, and it gives you a much worse build path. So I don't think it's like... I don't think it really... I mean, it gives you a little bit more power, but I mean, Dark Seal gives you extra HP as well. So I think, yeah, it's probably just a worse buy overall, honestly. But if you do buy this, like, you need to be super on point with hitting your E on cooldown, because this is like, you're building this so that you can kill your opponent, basically.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I think you're actually being a bit too passive here. I think, like, like right here, you have item advantage, like you said, and you have level advantage. So I think you don't need to just like walk up to him and Q him, but I think like this E, it's a bit, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, it
you're
should have
just
hit
giving
him.
him a bit too much respect at the moment. Like, okay, you have to now because your E's on cooldown, and that's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah.
think, yeah, he should be the one that feels kind of like pressured in the lane. Instead, he's kind of, yeah, like, okay, definitely this creep should have been punished more. So, like, after this, right? Now that he has no Q, like you said, like, he is useless at the moment. So, you
Yeah.
should position, like, next to creeps or far enough up that he can't see us at all. So, like, I think you could even be... Well, it depends if you're scared of the jungler or not, because, well,
Yeah, I was a
one,
bit scared.
if you are scared of the jungler, you should be, like, warding this, like, as soon as you can. But if you're not,
Uh,
then you should be, like, standing, like, right here. Or, you know, just, like, somewhere really pressuring. Because, okay, yeah, good pink. I think you can... I would probably ward over this wall just to give yourself a bit of extra safety and allow yourself to play a bit more aggressive.
when I ward the pink ward, also put the ward behind.
Yeah, I probably would. Like,
Or,
it's better if you
mm,
can get a ward further up here, but it also
yeah,
takes you
but
more
I don't have
time. And
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You need to harass your lane more. I think you're giving him a lot of respect, to be honest, because it's like, okay, so there was that first one with the creep, right? Okay, now he's used Q again, 11-second cooldown. So as soon as you have E up, your E will come up before his Q. You can like just like run at him and E him. Like you
Yeah.
have like a 3-second window to just like run at him, take the chunk. But the
And
problem
even
is like,
missed.
yeah, he basically just gets to hit you for free. And yeah, I don't think it's really the way the matchup should go. Like now, I mean, maybe if you're more even, right? But you're really, really strong and it's not really converting into everything. Now this ward is pretty useless, like straight up. This ward is terrible. If
Oh,
Olaf gets to here, like you're probably
yeah, it's
dead
even.
anyway, you know?
Yeah.
And
If I
against
even
Shaco,
see
this
him.
doesn't do anything either. So it's probably like you either ward a bit further up here, or you can ward this if you want. But I think this ward, I understand why you do it
Just up
because
the
I
ward.
also am a greedy motherfucker, you know, and like
Yeah.
sometimes ward this, but it always gets me killed. And so you should always like try ward a bit further out. And when Azir hits 6, that's probably the scariest point of the matchup because
Yeah,
like you're
that's why
really
I wanted to
immobile and
get
he
the,
has like
yeah,
super free
at least
ganks.
under the tower. So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
way even more scared. And I don't have flash. So
Okay, nice. That's
yeah, I
really
try
good.
to combo because if I get the W off, I just ult him
Yeah,
instant.
yeah.
Even if I don't kill him, I just get him out of lane.
Yeah, I
He has
like
to.
it anyway because your W costs a lot less than like his EQ away, so I think it's good. Now, I think you should have ulted him here.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I'm pretty
eats,
sure.
right?
So, like, yeah, he has E
True.
on cooldown. He has no flash. So, like, maybe you don't quite kill him, but either way, he has to base, right? And that's all you need.
Yeah.
So it's like right here, E on cooldown. Yeah, I think you just like EQR him and he loses like
I was
90% of his
thinking
health.
that he just walks a bit back of the tower and then the ult gets like slower and I just get like 2 procs of
I
the
think
ult.
he'd get down to like 20% health and then he has to be so scared of getting hit by an E. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think you could have. Yeah, like to be honest, you're in a really difficult spot now because he just has poked you down way more than he should have.
And
And
also
like
he's
and you have no
farming.
flash. Yeah. And, oh yeah, and you're down a lot of CS, so
Yeah. That's a big issue that I have. Because like when I was playing in Platinum, I was like it didn't matter this much, but this he's also plat 1, so but when I was in the higher diamonds, I think that's also why I dropped down because like my farming is not it's just bad.
yeah, well, I
So
think part of it is like how much pressure he has on you and how little pressure you have on him, you know? So like every time you're going for a creep, he's punishing you with like WQ, right? But when he goes
yeah.
for creeps, even without Q, like if you remember this one up here, it was like
Yes.
you didn't punish him, so he's essentially he's like farming in practice tool right now, whereas you're farming against an opponent. So it's like you're naturally gonna just like be lower CS. So
Yeah.
I think if you like improve your laning phase, like yeah, you can definitely CS better, right? But if you improve your laning phase, like the CS number will just go up on its own, basically. Or it should. Nice E. Yeah, like okay, imagine if you had altered this guy before. Like even if it had only
Yeah,
done
he
a
couldn't
little bit of
stay.
damage, like he would be out of the lane by now, and that means like you deny a wave, you get a really good base. But instead you're kind of okay now that this guy has used that again, you have like well, you should have good vision control. I don't think you know where this guy is, but it's like if you have a ward here and a ward here, you should be pretty safe. I think after he uses that Q, yeah, I mean you're doing the right thing. You walk at him. I think you kill this guy, right?
Yeah, it was so close.
Ooh.
Oh no,
Did
I,
he
I
die?
died, but he
Okay,
dies.
one
Yeah,
for
he
one.
dies.
Could you have played it better? I think you could have. Let's see. Okay, so Miss A obviously could do that better. At
I,
this
I
point,
positioned myself that he can ult me, right?
I think here you just walk away and you live, right? I think yeah, because hold on, let me just watch it one more time. Because he leveled up off that, right? It's like this is fine. You Q and R. Yeah, there's no creep, so he levels up from you. So right now, if you just walk away from him, he's dead. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So you could have actually 1-for-0'd without dying. It would be
Yeah.
very close, but either way, it's still
But
pretty
our
good.
hero think wave is good for me, so
Yeah, yeah. It's still pretty...
it's-
I'd be pretty
it's
happy with it.
okay. I mean, it's bad. I died. Shouldn't have, but it's
Yeah,
not the worst.
you're still in a good spot. Sorks? Yeah, I like the Sorks. Because, like, obviously you don't have enough for the big book here, and, like, movement speed and
Like-
pen is good, so
Yeah.
I think it's a good buy.
Here,
have
Singed
grenades
is feeding my laner later, I think. Just here.
That sucks. Now, here you... Okay, nice ward. Yeah, really good ward.
Here I was like, if he ran to me, we would have killed the Olaf and he would have lived, but I was like, whatever.
Yeah, that sucks. There's nothing you can do about it, I don't think.
Yeah.
This just happens.
Now I already have my upgrade, so that's
Yeah.
huge.
Now this is sort of interesting because I feel like you have your upgrade, but it's still sort of hard for you to roam to other lanes. Like I think you probably still want to be trying to hit him with the E. Like you can probably ideally hit the back wave and him. But the thing is,
Yeah.
if you use your E just to wave clear like this, it's like another window for him to punish you, right? Like you use your E to clear the wave, so he knows, okay, I just like walk forward and trade, and like you don't have any response.
Hmm.
So it's like, if getting this mid pro gets something for you, like you can roam or you can ward or you can base, you know, if there's something that this pro gives you, then it's fine to use your E just to one-shot waves. Because like that's one thing that's really good about Viktor is like once you get your upgrade, basically you've perma mid pro and you can choose whatever you want to do. But like if I'm
Yeah.
looking at the map right now, if I go to your vision, it's like, okay, my top laner is dead, so I can't go top. The enemy bot lane is full HP and they're playing Ezreal Shaco, so I don't think I can kill them either. So it's like, what does this Prio do? You don't have any wards to place. I don't think the Prio does anything for you except make you gankable. Like, it's actually maybe even bad for you to
Bad.
push. Yeah. So, like, you really want to be just, like, using pretty much everything on him. Like, what you did there, right? Like, look how much fucking damage you do when you just use it
Yeah.
on him. It's
Yeah.
actually crazy how much damage you do right now. Yeah, like what the fuck? You don't even hit the second pie and he loses like half his health. So you're in a
Yeah.
crazy strong spot. Yeah, like this is good, I think. If you like had one more laser on him
Here
earlier.
I'm abusing that I have the 3 corruption potions
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I can like trade him back because I think in the early he does a bit more damage and now I know he can't match my damage and sustain.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm heavy trading.
Yeah, corrupting pot's so broken, I swear. It's no OP. Yeah, so like here when he's this low, now you can look to just like one-shot the wave, I think.
Really?
Well, it's like you have a couple
Why?
options. You can like one-shot the wave, and then you can kill him under tower, or you can keep it in the middle and try go for the kill. It's like up to you. There's like a two, because if you keep it in the middle, that can be quite good as well, because it does like make you safe from Olaf.
Like he's pushing, so I was like, he has to walk up and maybe farm with the Q, so I can, when he WQs for the minions, he has like
Yeah.
all cooldowns, and I can E him or pressure him. And,
Yeah,
like,
well, it kind of
freeze it,
depends like
sort of.
what he wants to do, because it's like right now, if I'm him, I would probably just base and like give up these 6 creeps, right? Like you just have to accept that you're gonna get a bad base. But if he instead chose to stay, like then you could like, or rather, it's like if he bases here, he loses 6 creeps, but he doesn't die, and everything goes back to normal, essentially. Now, if he stays here and tries to push, then he probably dies. But, like, the way you can kind of... I guess it's higher level. It's like you're hoping that he makes the mistake of staying, which is why you keep the wave here. And I guess, like, if you pushed it, it would force him to stay. So it's... I don't know. I guess it depends what you think he's going to do. Either way... Now, pretty much either decision you make is going to be good. It's just going to do... I guess the main thing, actually, is that you need to react to what he does. So if, like, he walked back and started basing, then you should one-shot this wave. But if he stays here and doesn't base, then you should keep it here. Yeah, I think that's the way it should go. Okay. It's really low. All needs you. Okay, nice. Oh, wow, and you get out. Okay, you smurfed it. Now...
Let's go.
Let's see why this happened.
Yeah, I didn't, like, the Olaf, I didn't see him.
Yeah,
when
so, okay. I think the main... Okay,
because my bot lane was there, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, now that is pretty weird. I guess, like, you should be hugging to this area anyway.
Yeah, because
you have
I know he's
here,
topside.
Ward here, and your jungler here. Yeah, it's like you have complete control topside. But yeah, like, I agree. But the thing is, like, Azir's gank setup is so strong that it's like, if you are here, possibly you still get ganked, because, like, if he, you know, like, WEQ flash Rs, it's pretty hard. But you can also, if he does do that, you can react. But I think here, yeah, it's like, you're definitely safer to your top side, like, your jungler here, 2 wards here, but you're hugging a little bit down. It's kind of unfortunate.
I wanted to poke him and greed. Oh, right here I see him.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it's kind of too late. Like, I think you're focusing on your lane, right? Like,
yeah, I'm too much.
It's gonna be hard to react in time. You could instantly flash this. Like, I think you could flash and then take the free kill. Like, you have time to flash, but it's like, again, it's something that you can react to it, but you kind of have to be expecting it almost, you know? Like, if you're thinking about it, you'll easily do it. But if you have to react, it can be quite hard. Anyway, you played it really well mechanically, other than not flashing it at the start. So you get a kill. You're in an insanely good spot. You ping for help on the wave, which is really good.
Yes.
Base. Okay, yeah, you're in like a... Like you said, you're in a position to just 1v9 the game, I think. You're so strong.
I should. Right?
Yeah. Okay, now... Who's this? Olaf showing bot, so you don't really need to be scared. You can just shove this wave for free. Now, I think you could probably pressure this guy right now. Like, you know Olaf's not here. So I think you could play a bit more aggressively than you are. It is a bit scary, like, if you look at the map. Well, actually, if you are scared right now anyway, you should be looking to place this ward, because generally when you come back to lane, your first wave of prior should be used to kind of establish vision for yourself. Now, you don't actually have any, like, pink or ward here, so you can't do it on this wave. But it's like, your ward's coming up soon, so you should probably use this wave to get yourself enough vision that you can play as aggressive as you want. So, like, you could come ward here, or, like, you could ward the dragon even, because Olaf might go solo it. There's, like, a lot of things you could do, but either way, your prior usage on this wave, it kind of sucked, because it's like, you got prior, right? And then, like, right now, you just, like, hesitated. You didn't come harass him. You didn't go ward. You didn't farm raptors. You just, like...
I did nothing.
Yeah, you just didn't do anything. And it's, like, way easier if you plan ahead of time, like, what you're going to do. Like, when you're killing the wave, start thinking about, like, you know, with this wave, I'm going to do whatever, basically. Okay, so you didn't ward. So now it's a little bit scary. Yeah, he's on drag. That's kind of expected.
Now this is controversial.
I respect that. Okay. Yeah, I respect that. That's nice. I like it. It was very alpha male.
I was like, I was not thinking that it was obvious. Like, if he smites the dragon, he gets HP back. But thinking, oh, he's so low, he's in kill range, and then we get the Drake. But yeah, this was like the flip. It's a flip.
Okay, this guy gets bullied off. Okay, showing the wave. That wants to dive. Okay,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he is. I was thinking the same. Like, okay.
Okay, I mean, you get out.
And I was like, place the Herald. You come here to place Herald? Place the Herald.
That's
Man.
funny.
And now he plays it.
Oh, you know, Shaker's here, but you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, then I was thinking like, okay, he's dead, whatever.
That's fine. That's fine. Shove this in. You back off now.
Yeah, I'm still scared because of Shaco.
Yeah, I think right here, I honestly think, walking up to this is maybe even a little greedy. Because like oh, he doesn't have R. No, you're probably fine. I was gonna say like, well, one thing you could do here is you could run and do Raptors straight away. If and it's like probably better than whatever you do here. Like I guess this part's good. Now you could run and do Raptors because like what do you do with this time? The only thing you can do here is just like, well, nothing,
Die.
right? Like you just don't do. Yeah, it's like you're just kind of at risk. I think that could have been free Raptors for you.
Now I'm dead.
Oh yeah, now you're fucking dead. Yeah, it's just like this is the scariest time for you for a lot of reasons. It's like, well, first off, you actually have a lot of vision topside. So if you hugged here, you probably can live. But if you look at yourself right now, it's like your jungler's dead, your support's in base, and your top lane's in base, and your Vayne is like under her tower. The only place on the map that's killable right now is you, probably. And I think again, it's like if you're here, you can't die, but you're literally walking completely into their vision. This is definitely not your side. So yeah, it's like if you're here, does this happen? Like no way. He has no flash, no R. This guy doesn't have ghost, so there's no way you die if you're hugging the correct side. And this is a very, very bad death because Azir gets you shut down. If Olaf got you shut down, honestly, it's not that bad. But if Azir gets it, it's pretty bad, I think.
I can kill Azir and I can't kill Olaf.
So yeah. Well, it's more that like Azir has a really easy time like putting the gold to use, you know, like he scales way better than Olaf. Also, I think this is like somewhat unique to this game, but if you have triple AP topside like this, I think you should actually go Void Staff second, because they're probably going to end up with like a shit ton of MR on like these 3 top champs. And that can be better than Lichbane second, but it's like very rare.
There I had 700 gold, like just for the sheen.
Yeah.
So what that just buy the book?
Yeah, I'd probably buy the book. Like it sucks having to go. Well, it doesn't suck like having to go Void Staff second, but I think if you have like this much AP on your team, it's pretty much a guarantee that they're gonna end up with a ton of MR. So yeah, I'd probably go the Void second. I TP to wave, push this in. Yeah, this is good. Like you're using the wave to get some deep vision. I think here you could probably take these Raptors.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Oh yeah, you're definitely.
And I was like, yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah, I think you probably could have if you'd committed straight away, but that's fine. Okay, come here, one shot the wave again. I mean, the thing is now you can go back again.
Yeah, now I did it, I think.
Okay, yeah, nice.
It's like it takes time.
Yeah, well, you don't have to take all of them. Like what you did here, I think is good. You can just take all the little ones. And then...
Yeah, and I was thinking it's not worth to lose minions for some Raptors.
Yeah. I think you have to be quite careful how you use your W. Like, at this point in the lane where he can dash on you, I think it's pretty important that you actually save W for when he goes on you. Because it's like, if he dashes into you and you place your W, you can probably kill him. But if you use all your spells like this and run up to the wave, I think he like maybe can kill you. It's like it's not guaranteed, but it's a lot closer than it should be. I think if you waste your W. Like, you have a lot of movement speed now, so you can kind of play this out pretty nicely. Yeah, okay, so the instant W. Oh yeah, kind of had to flash. I think again, you're kind of hugging a bit far away from your safety. Like, I think right now your safety is like right here. It's like you know your jungler is top. You have ward on this camp, so you know that there is no way Olaf is topside. There's like literally no way. So your safest area is like right in here, like playing on this side, but it's like instead you're more towards the middle again, so it's really easy.
More to the tower. I was thinking, can't he kill me if I just stand there?
I think if you stand in here and he flips you here, it's like you can just walk up to Echo. You know, it's only scary to be here if like Olaf or someone is here, but because you have vision of this, I think it's like he would probably like dash into you, maybe ult you, and then you just walk out. To be honest, I think you probably should have died. Because, like, why didn't he ult you? He had it right. So he has ult. Then it's like, the Shaker's coming. Yeah, it's like, if he ults you towards Shaker, you're dead no matter what. Like, you have to flash it. I mean, yeah, actually, if you flash it in time, you live. But for some reason, he just, like, doesn't use it, and well, you're forced to flash anyway. But probably fine here. Oh, wow, did that guy actually get out?
He got out.
That's so annoying. Yeah.
And I couldn't auto-attack the right one.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah, this really sucks though, because like not having flash, it makes it so hard for you to play the game for the next like 5 minutes. Okay, well, you get the kill. Oh my god.
I think I die. Yeah, I die here. I die. I was thinking the Q speed,
yeah.
then I got hit by the Q.
Yeah, if you manage to dodge that one, you definitely get out, but pretty close.
Yeah, with the scuttle. And he dies too.
Okay. Come back on the map. Yeah, like these all three have MR now, so it'd be really nice if you had like building towards Void. Probably not much to do here other than AFK farm. You could probably do these Raptors if you wanted to.
True.
Yeah, the only reason maybe not to would be like if a fight happens here and you're on Raptors, it means you can't help. But because Olaf's dead, like he's not going to be here, right? So I think that means
I was thinking it's just the typical like Cyan or Singed chase stuff. And it's like I don't have time for this because it is Pantheon is going there. I will just lose mid lane if I go there all the time.
Yeah, here again, it's a big waste of Prio, I think. Like you get Prio on this wave, like using Viktor, this is really good. But it's like, what can you do with this? I think Raptors is an easy choice. Or yeah, it's like you don't have any vision to place. It's kind of hard to harass him on a tower because he has ult and you don't have flash. So it's again like you used your entire wave of prior for like literally nothing. If you can't do like this time you can do Raptors, right? But if you literally can't do anything, then you shouldn't push the wave because then you should like look to harass him when he comes up to it. But like right now, you gave him 6 CS for free and did nothing. There's like I mean you did nothing. He got all the CS for free. So that's super bad, I think, considering how fed you are. Should be really hard for him to play the game. Or, like, if he is getting the CS, you're getting more CS, you know? So.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Mid.
Here I was really scared to walk this way.
Yeah.
It's really greedy.
Yeah. Playing against champs like Shaker and Azir is so annoying. Okay. This is a little scary. If you're doing this again, you need to be like really hard hugging your top side. Okay, actually it's their bot lane here now, not Azir, so you probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I didn't know this before, so.
I see it one. This is Siren, I guess? Oh wait, that's Azir. I think you can... Yeah. Oh my god, that's so sad. I think you get out if the box is in there. So let's see. I mean, this guy has a really big shutdown, and you don't. So I think even
at the moment, when I see the teleport, do I need to walk away?
No, I don't think so. Because like even if this is a 1-for-1, this is super good. Like this is a giant shutdown, and you don't have one at all.
But I didn't know this. If I'm honest, I did not know this.
Well, I think it's like. Okay.
I didn't do it because
if we
of the
didn't know there was a shutdown at all, and you're just like assuming, yeah, I guess if there is no shutdown at all. You should just like come back here and look to kill the TP, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, true. I think you just like
because
walk
we
back.
Have the,
If you just play with Echo, you're probably fine. And then, to be honest, yeah, it looks like you can get out. That is so unlucky. I'm not even too sad about the death. You know, yeah. And I guess like, if you did just want to like play for your life, like you could just, even if this guy had a shutdown, like you could move back. Probably just like get out, but it's like I don't know. I think the 1-for-1's pretty good, honestly, because like this guy, he invests TP and ult to kill you, and like you got a huge shutdown without using your flash. Like everything seems pretty good to me. It's like honestly a fine death.
But it was just luck.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so TP back on the map. Oh no, that's tragic. Oh my god. Okay, well that is really weird. Let's see. Yeah. How did this happen?
We see them chasing.
Yeah, I mean,
here,
they are quite
they
low.
fight it. And honestly, I wanted to TP to the ward in the Baron pit. I didn't want to TP. I TP'd on map.
Well, I
So
think
that
if
was
you TP to this ward in the Baron pit, like, there's no way you kill them, right? Like, if you...
it was just to save. It was maybe he
Hmm,
don't see the TP and I E this bush.
I guess
And if I don't
maybe.
get him, I go mid lane anyways.
I don't know.
But
It seems super, like, I don't know. If anything, maybe you TP to this one and then try and walk down, but I think it's, yeah, it's not that great. I think that's just they're out. Like, I don't think you can really get anything. Like, the only reason you even get anything is because this guy just, like, ints back into you again with a giant shutdown. And, like, if you look at what you miss, it's like, okay, so you catch this top wave that's coming in, and then you can probably farm Gromp and maybe farm Wolves while Echo's farming mid. But instead, it's like, okay, you're lucky that you got the gold, but you did lose quite a lot for it as well. Like, you get 650 gold, but you lose a top tower, which you could have defended. You lose a giant top wave, which you could have farmed. You lose, like, these camps, so I'm not even sure it was good for you in the end. And that's kind of crazy, because you got 650 gold, and it still seems like it wasn't worth it, so... Yeah. Are you going... What is this? Shadow Flame?
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
this
know.
is like super, super bad. Like, okay, if
Okay.
you are going Lich Bane second, like definitely by now you need to avoid stuff. Like, look at all this MR. There's like, this guy has an extra 25, this guy has an extra 25, another extra 25. So it's like how much MR? 73 on this guy, 122 on this guy. This guy's still base MR.
Doesn't Shadowflame give like it gives pen too? So
Yeah, it gives pen, but it's better against like flat. It's better against low magic resist targets because it's like flat pen rather than percent. Because like what Shadow Flame against like targets that are, I can't remember which way around it is. I think it's like lower HP than you or something. Anyway, the max that it can give is like 20, and like reducing 20 of 122 is not going to do anything. But if you have Void, it gets rid of probably like 40 or 50 of it. So it's like way better. And also, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just like they should get even more MR. Like you have triple AP topside and your two AD champs, they're really weak. So
And what is with healing reduction?
I probably wouldn't even build it, honestly. Like yeah, I don't think you really need it. I think you could build healing reduction, but you would probably just deal more effective damage by building more damage. You know, it's like maybe you reduce like, I don't know, say like 400 damage worth of healing, but you'd probably do that just by building like better damage stats. Now here, out of base, let's see, what do you do? I would probably walk straight top. I don't think you really want to come mid here. Actually, I don't know. There's a fight. Yeah, no, there's a fight. You kind of have to come. I think, okay, now at this point where the fight seems over, now you should definitely run top, or you should like run the wolves or something. Because like, okay, I can understand walking here when there's like a fight happening, but now it's like you're just walking mid to share farm with Vayne. Seems super weird. Or like, I guess you're making Vayne go silent. This is so fucking scary, by the way. You're like walking all the way up mid, no knowledge of where the enemy team is, no vision, and no one near you. Like let's
I want to
see.
stop the base.
Yeah, I mean this is crazy behavior.
It's just like I always got away with it, but then when I was like in the diamonds, in higher diamonds,
Yeah.
I would get punished. So yeah.
Okay, it's from this. So now I would probably go Raptors. There's like a lot of times you could have farmed camps. Or, well, you could come to this because Echo's pathing to this, but okay.
Yeah, I wanted to collapse because I know Sign will go base, Azir is gone also, but then, yeah, he TPs.
Yeah, now the main reason you do no damage to this guy is just because of the build now. Like, I don't know if you saw there, but when he... hold on. It was like when he TP'd with his Hull Breaker resistance, he had some like ridiculous damage. Like 178 MR. Like, you do no damage to him, which is mainly because of your build. I think if you have a Void, like, can you kill him? Eh, probably if the fight goes long enough, but... Oh my god, this Ezreal is such a troll, man. Nice. Okay. You get that. You come bot. I don't think you do any damage. I mean, look at this. This is so sad. You're an 8-kill Viktor and you just don't do any damage. Oh my god. Where's Vayne? Oh my god. Oh, Vayne's dead. I was gonna say Vayne could come kill this guy, but...
It's so bad. I had to flash in this situation. Like, it's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic. Okay, but you live, so come back. Okay, farm the blue, that's good. Yeah, I think you guys can Baron while this guy's dead. Looks pretty free. You get this. Okay, now here's another thing. You need to be very, very careful again here because your entire team, like 3 of your team base and your other dude is bot lane. So like whatever you do here, you need to like really recognize that you're on your own with no flash. And if you die now, the game is like fucked. It's actually fucked because it's when you get Baron, this is your time to like really take over, right? But if one member dies with Baron, suddenly like the team can't pressure anymore. So it's like it's okay to stay on the map, but you just need to like recognize how risky this is and like play accordingly. You know, like you can stay here and be thinking, okay, like I can't play too aggressively, but if it's like what you said before and you're not actually thinking about it, this is a chance to lose the game, basically. Is playing really aggressively when your entire team's off the map and you have no flash. So
Yeah, I didn't look of my teammates because like I thought they were from base to Baron and then play, but
yeah.
they was like, you know, in the they based and I didn't realized it.
It's like now you're safe. Now your whole team's here. So
Yeah.
dude, this guy is so fucking terrible. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This guy just
Yeah.
holy shit. Hopefully that guy doesn't watch shock videos.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is good. You guys are playing 2 lanes. So good. Now you do need to be a little careful while you have no flash, just if the Azir engage, but I think for the most part, like, they can't really do anything to you. Like, if you look at the rest of their champs, literally the only way they can kill you is, like, by Azir ulting you into the enemy team. The rest of them, they just have to run at you. So it's like, yeah, if you just play your range well, keep poking, I think you're pretty much unkillable. So let's just see. Singe is... what's going on down here? I guess it just takes him literally forever to do anything. At least you get a nice chunk. I mean, that guy is low.
This was bad, right? The poke, because like Azir could just kill me there.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't think he can kill you right now. Oh, well, let's
Because
see.
like
No
he
flash.
ults me. He has soldiers there.
Yeah, actually, I think if he does E flash R you, you are dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
If he realizes.
Right here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Mm.
If he realizes you're dead, it is quite hard to play Viktor versus Azir when you don't have flash, and so that makes like you know those times you lost flash, like you lost a flash here because you were hugging the wrong side. You lost a flash here because well, pretty much because you had the wrong itemization. Like every time you lose flash, it's basically a death further down the line. You know, like flash is what allows you to kind of play your champion, and if you don't have it, it makes the game super hard. Holy shit. That is so sad. Okay, so let's see. UCPN, I think at the moment it's like actually okay. You CC this guy. I think here you were just like kind of unaware. Like you could easily walk into here, but you just like kept running
like,
in a straight line. Yeah. Yes, that was a pretty bad death. And again, I think if your itemization is better, you probably would have got those 2 kills. I think you still die, but at least then you'd have 12 kills. So like now you're building the Void, but it's so late. Like look how much MMR they've already got. Like it's still good, right? Like if you haven't bought it already, you definitely buy it now. But you should have bought it like a long time ago. Okay, coming back on the map. You should definitely farm these Krugs. So you pretty much never farm camps, and that's a really big deal because Viktor farms camps really fast. So there's like a lot more times where you should be just farming camps, especially when you don't have much else to do. Now, giving up this mid wave, understandable. You guys kind of gotta like fight this anyway.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. So like see on it in my face. I can't go anywhere there.
I think it's fine. Like you.
What do I do? I just leave them?
Yeah, I think you just leave this because it's like, okay, obviously there's like a way that this can be fixed from like a macro point of view, right? So it's like you're walking out of base, you're coming here and farming this. Now, Vayne, Echo, and Pantheon should be walking mid, catching this wave, and then walking in. So it's not your job right now to get this mid wave. So if it goes in and it's like you try and make up for their mistake, like yeah, you could come here and farm all this, but then you give up all the control, right? So I think what you did is actually correct, and this is just your teammate's fault that the wave is like this. And it's also that like earlier in the game, or just like the earlier the game is, right? Like CS is worth way more. Like if you give up an entire cannon wave at 3 minutes,
Mm,
it's really bad,
yeah.
right? But at this point in the game, it's like what decides the game now? Pretty much just 5v5 team fights. You don't have to be as like careful about just like getting every single CS. To be honest, like one thing I kind of say to people is that like your CS, if you can have perfect CS for the first like 20 minutes and then never farm again after that, that's like way better than if you just have like decent CS all throughout the game. You know, like that first 20 minutes having really good CS is really important. But then after
Mm-hmm.
that, once you've already got like your core items and it's like into team fights, like it matters obviously for getting more items, but you're already at the point where CS is not just the only thing that matters anymore. So yeah, I think by this point, one wave, it's kind of whatever. If you can get it without giving up anything for it, you should, but I don't think you can, so. I think also just, and actually, yeah, actually going way back, because I just realized this. If you are like 3 AP, and they, especially if they have like 2 tanky champs, you should definitely have Leandries. Like, I think your optimal build this game is Leandries, probably
Mm,
Leandries, Void Staff. It's either Leandries, Void Staff, Lichbane, Rabadons, or Leandries, Void Staff, Rabadon's Lichbane. It's like one of those. But either way, it's like because of the way you've built, this guy is just like able to zone you off for like so long. Like he buys
yeah.
so much time. To be honest, it's like your Singed and Vayne did really well here, but actually look how much time this guy buys for his team. And he almost kills you. So like
Yeah, and flash
yeah.
again.
And this is pure like itemization, I would say. It's
Yeah.
like okay, actually let me just check. Like could you have played it better? Let me have a look. So I think the W was good. You see the Olaf. I think yeah, that kind of sucked. Like, you didn't really play on your range very well here. But it's also, like,
Mm-hmm.
Scion Q is sort of... It's sort of deceptive, you know? Like, it's got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
giant
but yeah, he
hitbox.
had
So,
low
like, you're
ground.
not
He
even
had
in
low
it, but
ground.
it hits you. So, okay, that happens. Yeah, I think you just kite him with Q. W could have been placed a bit better.
I
So,
was
yeah.
scared to walk up.
Yeah, there are, like, things... Okay, that was troll. This was the most troll part. Was when you, like,
Yeah.
decide to walk back in a place where you can't play. So, like, you know, you were saying before, like, really early in the game, how you were, like, pinned under the tower and you didn't have much room to move around. It's, like, the same thing here. Like, right
Yeah.
now, you have all the space to play with, but you give it up to play, like, okay, if you are moving here, it's so you can move to here instead. But you just, like, you CC yourself, just, like, walking through here. And then, yeah, I mean... I think you can play it better and keep your flash, but definitely the bigger thing is just you do no damage pretty much because of your build. Or you do no damage to him, rather. I'm sure you do plenty of damage to the squishies. Okay, come in, push, get inhib, and then you guys base. So right now it's looking good. Probably just base, make sure you get on the map before the Baron spawns. So all this is real good. How close are you to Void? Okay, I think you have it, so you're in a pretty good spot. Okay, you
Yeah,
base, get
it was
Void.
corruption potion. I should have
Okay.
sold it.
Yeah.
I could have sold it and had it,
Okay, yeah. You get the
but
Void.
it's fine.
Yeah, now you're in a... Now I bet you can kill this guy. It would be easy with Leandries, but I think you can kill this guy probably about 10 times faster than you could before, so... Now, let me have a quick look at where you walked out of base. Top wave's pretty far. No one's collecting mid. No, I think you're right to walk here. I think ideally it's like Vayne's here, and you go top, but just like the top wave, it's kind of far away. Just because it was like mismanaged before, I guess, and like Vayne's not even collecting mid waves for some reason. Like, I don't know what the fuck she's doing, so I think
And
you're
she
right.
wanted to do Nash.
Yeah, she wanted to do Nash, but like you should always push wave beforehand because otherwise, like they push and come in, right? So it's weird what she was doing. Then, okay, this is kind of good though. I like this. So you don't have flash. Do need to be a bit careful of Azir, but everyone else is pretty whatever. Oh my god. That was a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, so Azir lost all his health, so there's no threat on you anymore. I think you guys just Baron probably? Okay, no, that guy's doing
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
I mean, it works. It does work. Yeah, so you can kill this guy now for sure. You and Vayne. Would be no problem. Although Vayne lost all their health. Okay, well you definitely could have done Baron earlier, but like you're still gonna get Baron now, so it doesn't really matter. You walk bot, you do tons of damage. Yeah, like now, even though this guy has MR, you actually do quite a lot of damage to him. Again, here, you need to be super careful. Because, like, it's okay at this point. Like, your team did Baron, and they're still kind of, like, not really in position to punish. But, like, right now, probably, this is, like, starting to be quite scary. It's like, they've had time to start moving. And again, like, your team's in base, and if you die with Baron, it's really, really bad. So it's like, I think you can still get out. Oh, maybe you can't get out, actually.
No, we die. But at first, my plan was, okay, they are doing Nash, they don't need me there. I help a bit to the Singed, and then I back off when we have Nash, so we can reset.
Yeah, actually looking at it, I think there are better things you could do anyway. Like, I think after this, rather than going to help Singed, I think you could take blue and Gromp and then base. Like, I think this is... Like, what is... If you can kill someone here, then it's good. Because, like, it'll pressure with Baron a lot. But I think, okay, right now, after these guys are out, you still have time to run here and just, like... You don't even have to do Gromp if you don't want to, but at least take away the blue. But this is very low pressure. Like, if you don't kill anyone here, it's like you delay your base, which is not too bad because you have TP, but you're not, like, synced up with your team and just... Yeah, I don't know. At least your death, so it's really bad overall. Like, see how bad this is for your team. Like, your team can't pressure with Baron, even though you guys are, like, 7k gold up, just because... Well, actually, maybe your team can win a 3v5. I didn't expect that, but maybe they can. Okay, yeah, I guess they're just that strong. Okay, well, what should happen, I think, is that your team shouldn't be under pressure with Baron. Like, you shouldn't lose a game or anything, but, you know, it's, like, a lot of time where you can't... Oh, your team actually kind of did end up dying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it did kind of end up going bad. This is good. You come top out of base. I think Dragon is... Yeah, I think Dragon is gone. Yeah, I think you're wasting your time. I think this should be Gromp and top wave. So, yeah, like, you waste a lot of time here. And then also, like, you should realize how this, like, top wave fucks you as well. So it's like, right here, okay, you start moving, you miss, like, 100 gold for not farming this Gromp, right? Then you miss another 150 gold from not farming that wave, and then you miss another 150 gold for not being able to farm this wave. So by walking here instead of going up here, you probably lost, like, close to 500 gold, or maybe not that much, maybe like 400 gold. So it's really bad, right? Like, if the side wave is mismanaged, it can create really big problems for your team. You, like, denied your team a lot of CS with that. So you should be really, really aware of, like, how important camps and at least pushing the side lane to, like, you know, if you can't push it all the way to the tower, at least push it to, like, here, because that way it'll just deny you one wave. But yeah, like, the way you did that there, you just lost a ton of gold for essentially no reason at all. Yeah, good chunk. Really good poke. Okay. Now here, you should be thinking that the only threat to you is Azir, like the Azir ult. So if you don't see Azir here, you can play as aggressive as you want. But if, say, Echo shows on mid and Azir is here, you need to be super careful. So, like, it doesn't matter here because he's not even there, right? But, like, right now, from a macro point of view, your team is, like, spread out all over the map. And if their engage tool was here, like, I don't know where Azir is because he's full HP. Oh, like, he's coming. This is, like, they have the biggest, like, boner for engaging right now. Like, you guys are super far up, which is, like, okay. Okay, well,
I don't know what she's...
Well, that's, like, kind of good for you, honestly, because Azir's away from you. So, wow, this guy's going fucking crazy. I thought that guy was dead for sure.
Yeah, he dies, I think. He has to die, right?
I mean, he played it kind of well. I'm impressed. Okay. But yeah, well, that's really good. Like, now Azir's low HP, there's no threat on you. So it's kind of lucky how that worked out. Nice flash, really nice flash. To be honest, your reactions are quite good, but you just, like, always put yourself in situations where you have to react or you die, you know? Like, you never make it easy for yourself, pretty much.
That's... here I wanted to base and teleport back.
Yeah.
Because I had to be... I knew Shaco will kill me here.
Yeah.
Obviously. But
I think it's fine. It doesn't matter, right? Like, yeah. I think it doesn't matter. Yeah, then. Okay. Well, let's write up some notes. There's quite a lot of stuff. Where's my notepad? Okay, so what I will do, by the way, is I will upload this because I feel like, well, one, I upload all of them, but also that we talked about so much stuff that we've probably forgotten a lot of it. But okay,
Yeah.
so the things I remember from the early game, the first off is like how important like pushing the first 3 waves is. I think
Yes.
also other things you had from the early game was like I think like you could punish CDs a bit harder, so you already have it as a concept, which is good. Like you're thinking about punishing him when he uses his Q, but there's a lot of times where like he does use Q and then you don't punish as hard as you could. So it's like it's good. You've already got the concept. You can improve on it, and that'll get it like quite a bit better. I think also like positioning can be more aggressive. I would say there's like sometimes again we talked about like how you're making like CSing. No, it's like, how do I put this? Like, he's harassing you when you go for CS, but because you never do the same, you just, like, naturally make farming kind of quite hard. So I think if you, like, position, I guess, like, more aggressively, like, around CS, you can deny a lot more, I would say.
Yeah.
I think also some just, like, minor thing, I'd say, like, 2 points E before you, like, really start spamming it. That's, like, some minor thing. I guess Victor specific. What else was it from the early game? I think, okay, the hugging slash warding thing was like pretty big. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're like so consistently like hugging to the wrong side, slash just like side, yeah, to the wrong side, like no safety. Was your warding bad? I can't really remember. Maybe pink the side. Oh yeah, so there were some times when you probably should have like warded over the wall and stuff, but for the most part, I think your warding
Was
it was
okay.
okay. Yeah, it was like I think
Need to
if you
push first.
remember, yeah, it's like you push first, you get a ward. I think also if you remember that very first ward, like if that had been in the dot bush, like if you had warded
Yeah.
at 230, maybe you save your flash there. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'd say like make sure the 230 ward like opposite side of where enemy jungler starts. So the easy way is just like at level 1, see who leashes. Basically someone always leashes. If they don't, then it's
Yeah.
like a bit harder, but like
Yeah,
normally
but
they
it's
do, right?
if it's fiddlesticks or something, you
Yeah,
know where
exactly.
he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the time you'll just know that you can ward the opposite side, and that makes it a lot easier to kind of play out the early game, I would say. Other things from the early game, I think the actually I'm just gonna make a general like itemization thing. So the first thing was like the Dark Seal, what was it? Dark Seal? I'll put Dark Seal book versus like blasting one. So I think that is this for a lot of reasons is way better. Like the book obviously builds into the lost chapter, so that'll give you like way
Hmm.
better mana. And this also, it's like it's 5 less AP, but you get health. And then you also get like, if you get
Stacks.
assists or yeah, exactly. Like it snowballs really, really hard. So I think that would just be a better buy. I like the Sorcery Zone. Later in the game, I think like triple AP top side. Like you definitely need Void Staff second or third, but like preferably second.
Mhm.
And then like Shadow Flame is really bad versus MR. Basically, you want Shadow Flame when your opponents don't have MR really. So if like you're the 1 AP
Suspicious.
on your team, yeah, if you're like the 1 AP and you have something like Luden's Shadow Flame Sorks, you do true damage to like their entire team and you just one-shot them. I think
Yeah.
another thing is that like I'd probably go Leandry over Luden's. Again, like triple AP, enemy has tanks. And then even potentially like this is potentially like CDR boosts over Sork Shoes. I'm actually not sure, but I
Okay.
think it's like, would it be good? Because like it gives you flash
Have
cooldown, which is
tanks.
quite
Yeah.
nice, and they do have like a lot of tank. Oh, why is this so? Okay, well, I can't look back. Oh wait, can I? Okay, I can. Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking like at this point in the game, Sorks is still really good, right? Because they barely have any MR, so it's quite nice. But it's like the
For the
flash
long term.
cooldown is really nice, and then like they have like a lot of tanks. I normally think that Sork shoes are just better, but I think this is like maybe a pretty unique game. Like how often do you have this sort of topside as Victor? It's like very, very rare, right? So
Yeah.
it's probably not something you need to think about a lot, but yeah.
And they have like 2 tanks where I have to put a lot of spells on them, so
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
DDR will give will give me more damage over the
Yeah,
time.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's just if this does happen, you can do this, but like I don't think this happens that often in solo queue, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I guess like ideal build for this game is like Leandry. I'm just gonna put boots because I don't know which one. Leandry, boots, Void, and then I guess like Rabadon, Lichbane, or maybe Lichbane, Rabadons. It kind of depends. Like if you need more move speed and like CDR, or if you just like want pure damage. That's kind of up to you which order you want to do that in.
How is it if I have like, let's say 1,000 gold, and I need like the 250 for the to start building Rabadon? So I normally I would just buy the Sheen, or
Yeah, I would just buy the
into
Sheen.
Lichbane.
Yeah,
Okay.
ideally you like set up your bases so that that doesn't happen, like so that
Yeah.
you buy on whatever item you're trying to get, you know. But then like if for some reason like you die or you have to base or you just like mess up your base timings, just try and spend your gold, I think, and make sure you're stronger for the next fight. Now there probably was other stuff for the early game, but you might have to go back and look at it, like what we talked about. I'm trying to think like what else was there. I think oh yeah, actually I remember it. So like
Basing?
yeah, it was two things. I guess we'll put the basing, I'll come back to that. But like once you have an advantage, you need to pressure way more. Like remember you gave him so much respect even though you were like way stronger, and eventually he was just able to poke you down to the point where he didn't need to respect you anymore. But you kind of had such a big advantage for a while that you could trade him a lot. Actually, going back to the very early game, like think about how the enemy champ trades. So that's like what you can do versus that, because every champ trades really differently. So like Azir is very different from Syndra or Talia or LeBlanc or Zed. You know, every champ trades differently, and it's hard to make like a rule for how you should trade into every champ, obviously. But you're like high enough level that you can figure it out, right? So
yeah.
you need to pressure way more. The basing, trying to remember what actually happened with the basing.
No, I said spacing.
Oh, spacing.
Yes, like this for the
sorry.
like
Yeah.
trading.
No, you're right. The spacing, yeah, like
From the soldiers
around Azir W. Also, just like I guess it goes back to like positioning and hugging in the lane, but just like realizing what areas are good for you, because like okay, not at this point in the lane, but at like this point.
Yeah, but I remember the yeah, I think it's this one.
Yeah, it's like one of these, right? It's like you have this. Oh, actually, I remember another one. So like your prior usage, like this goes through all throughout the game, but like okay, I'm just like planning ahead what you're going to do with your mid prior, because it's like so often you just push and don't do anything. To be honest, you did have like pretty high level, I would say, knowledge. Like that one time when you were like, you know, he was low and you could push or you could pull. Like I think that was pretty high level. But then a lot of the times it's like you push in waves and then you just stand here. So you should try and plan before pushing each wave, like what you can do. And I think things you can look for is like, well, I'll write them down. So like, I'll write on the next line. So like, prior, like deep vision, like camps, basing, like roaming, tower plays. Like there's a lot you can do with prior, right? You already realized that. But you just need to decide like ahead of time what you can do, and that'll help you like, yeah, just like waste a lot less time. So I think that was all for the early game. It's actually quite a lot, you know, that is quite a lot.
Yeah, Viktor has just really strong early, so the game will play out how I play the early. If the early is good, then I'm fine. So.
Yeah. Mid game, I'd say like just like farm more camps in general. There's a lot of times where you don't really farm camps. I'd say also like, if you can, like push the side lane out further, but there was a lot of times this game where you couldn't because your Vayne was like sort of trolling and not really like farming midways. Like it was sort of an awkward game, but I guess you should just realize like if you remember that one time where this wave denies you all that, just be like really aware of times like that. I think also
give up the Drake for this. Like it was gone anyways. So
yeah, that was a really good time. So like, I guess I'll just put like trading when objective is gone or something. I think your base timings wasn't really the base. I guess like I'm gonna put like reacting to your teammates' positions. So like, for example, whenever you get Baron, you know, like if your whole team bases, but you're still kind of like playing aggressively with no flash, sort of lucky that you didn't die. I think also like when there was the fight happening down here again, like your whole team had base. So this is a thing for the entire game, but you need to like think a lot more about like what your teammates are doing and, you know, like what, yeah, I guess just like what that means for you, you know, like if they're all off the map, maybe you got to be like really scared. And also another thing you should like think about like what the biggest threats to you are and like how to play around them. So like for example, again, it was like up here when you were sieging this mid tower, you had no flash and Azir had R. If you're thinking about the fact that Azir has R, like you can play around it, right? But if you don't think about it at all and you just run up and then you die and you know it goes really bad, well yeah, that's obviously really bad.
I lived because he didn't use like he didn't noticed it.
Yeah,
it's
like
not because I played it good, so I lived.
Exactly.
It's because he played it bad, I lived.
Yeah, that was like a free death there, and that's a huge shutdown. So it's like it would have been such a bad death if Azir got another one. Yeah. Okay. Anything else from the mid game? I'm trying to think. I mean the camp farming, yeah, pushing side lanes. I think also, I think you could have improved your team fighting a little. As mainly like, I think you could. It's like, I think you could play on your range a bit more. Like, both those times you fought the Scion, I think you could have kept your flash. I'm trying to. Where were they? They were at such random times.
One time in our base and one time in the river. This fight, yeah, this was this fight.
Yeah. Okay, so like here, I don't think you should ever lose your flash to this guy. Like you have enough hiding and like ability to cancel his abilities. Like you can cancel his Q with your R, with your W. But instead it's like I understand that you want to like use your Q autos and stuff, right? But you literally all you need to do is like if he casts casts Q, you can cancel it with your R if you want because it cancels channels. Or you just like walk away at this time. Like this is the only time this guy's ever a threat to you. But you just like, I don't know, you've like gotten hit by 2 Qs pretty much for free. So like you lose your flash for no reason. And again, it's like this, losing your flash now, like for this fight doesn't matter. But it's the next fight, you know, when you are flashless Viktor versus Azir, that's when it's really scary, right? So if like you can keep your flash, makes a really big difference. But yeah, I think that was it actually. So okay, I'll just like summarize it a little bit, make it easy to work on. I think there's a lot to work on in laning. I say like, okay, like general laning, the ways to improve this is either you can like watch Viktor match up VODs. So like you can watch, say, like just look up Viktor versus Azir, or just look up like Chovy Viktor or Rookie Viktor, whoever your favorite players are really, and just like watch some of those. Like alternatively, you can just
there is
focus...
no shock Viktor yet.
Thank you, man. Alternatively, you can like try focus on one of these at a time. So you could like yeah, I'd say that's focus on one at a time. So what you could do is just like, I don't know, be like, okay, this game, I'm just going to try punish cooldowns like harder, you know? You're just going to think all about cooldowns. I think it's like, laning is such a big thing. Like, look at all this shit. It's like, yeah, it's real hard to fix it all at once. But if you just like, you know, it's a long season, right? So if you just, even if you spent literally like a week working on each one, you would easily finish it before the end of the season, you know? So it's up to you how much time you need on each one. But yeah, I think focus one at a time. That's like your laning stuff. I think the prior usage, I think, oh, actually, there's two. So the hugging / warding, I think now that you're aware of it, it's going to be a lot easier. But something I've said to other people is like a good habit to be in is like when the new wave comes mid, think about like the vision. So what I kind of have is like a trigger is like whenever I see the new waves meet, basically, you know, like, okay, if I go back here, like I'm just laning like normally, right? When I see the new waves come, like this wave coming in and this wave coming in, I just take a quick look at the map. So that's like a habit that you can build if you want. So good habit to be in, just like check map when the new wave comes and then like decide where you need to hug or like if you need to ward something. I think a lot of the, why am I getting that? Yeah, a lot of the time it's like if you realize that you're, you know, like if you literally take one glance at the map sometimes and you see all your visions top side and like there's no vision bot side, you're gonna know what to do straight away. But a lot of the time you're just like not even aware of it, I don't think. So there's that. Itemization, I think that's like easy enough to fix. And it was also a unique game, so I'm not even going to put it. That was all the like laning stuff, hanging. Yeah, I guess the last other thing is like the farming. Oh, no. So the prior usage slash farming. So try plan ahead what to do with your prior. Like try farm more camp slash side lane in mid game. The way to practice this, I would say, is to kind of just practice testing your limits on the side lane a bit. Like sometimes it's like, even for me, I think it can be quite hard to tell if pushing a wave is like safe or not, you know? And the only way to really find out if you're not sure is just to try it. And you're going to get punished sometimes and it's going to
Yeah,
suck. But yeah, eventually you're going to learn like, okay, these are the things I need to think about. And like, if I do think about those things, like that is the wave I can get. So there's that. And then I guess the last thing, the team fighting in general, just like think about like enemy threats. So for you, it was like the Azir ult, and also the Scion Q when you were fighting him, and just like how to play around them. I think that's like relatively, it's not easy, but it is like simple. Like you don't have to put much thought into fixing this as long as you just like, I don't know, just like realize ahead of time what the kind of threats are and stuff. But yeah. All right, well, do you have any questions? It's kind of like a lot of stuff. Holy shit. We wrote a lot.
Yeah, I told you it's like every game aspect.
Yeah,
before.
no, that's good.
But
It's good though, because I think like
like,
you
I
have
know,
you
I
have a
know
high
it.
enough understanding that you realize you're bad at these things, but you also
Yeah,
like, I don't
still
think you
doing it.
do. There's like none of them that you don't do at all. You know, like you have like decent laning and like you do place your wards sometimes, and like sometimes you farm the side wave. I don't think there's any concept that you're really just like not doing at all. It's just like you can improve on them all. Because you know, there's some people, for example, that will reach master or whatever, being really good at a bunch of things, and then they just like there's just one aspect of the game that they have like actually no clue about, and then they've got like a, you know, they've got say like challenger level laning, like farming or whatever, and then they've just like never heard of the concept of like hugging, and so they just die to every gank or whatever. So it's good. I think
Yeah,
you have like a really solid foundation. I think you just need to improve on
thank you.
everything. But yeah, so yeah, I'll copy paste this to you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
on
hopefully it
Discord.
was helpful. Yeah, I put it on Discord.
Perfect. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really, really nice coaching. Thank you for this.
Yeah, no problem. Hope I didn't talk too much. Sometimes I feel like I just keep going, you know?
No,
I
you
just
have
keep
to. You have
talking.
to. I like it. I
Okay,
like it.
good.
Good.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I will make it public. If you do mind, it can stay private, like the VOD. Completely
No,
up to you.
it's fine for me. It's fine for me.
Okay,
If
cool.
you think I'm I'm good enough for the channel.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think so. I mean, I've done a
Yeah,
huge
I'm
range, like
happy.
on the other channel. I've done like, I think the lowest I've done is Iron 2, and the highest I've done is like GM 600 LP. So it's pretty much the entire league range at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with this.
All right, cool. Well, I think that's it. Again, like later on, if you have any questions about anything, well, I'll upload the VOD and link it to you. So if you ever want to watch it back, but yeah, it's like
Mhm.
later if you have trouble like implementing any of it, or like there's something that kind of confuses you later, you can just message me. But yeah, I think it was like really good, and hopefully you learned a lot. And yeah, I think we're all good.
Thank you, man.
All right. Well, good luck, and I'll see you later.
Nice. See you.
All right. See ya.